Let's talk about the physical properties of fats and oil. These physical properties are actually very important to be known for a variety of reasons, predominantly for processing as well as for producing of certain products, value-added products from fats and oil. For example, we can discuss about melting point of different fats and oil. It has got nutritional implication as well, because if we consume more fats with higher melting point, it would be difficult to burn as compared to the fats which have got lower melting points, so they would be more suitable nutritionally to be used as food. Similarly, higher melting point or lower melting point could have implication in food products as well. In certain cases, like some of the shortenings in bakery, we would try to use shortening which have got higher melting points. So they don't actually decompose, or the final product doesn't go stale very quickly if the melting points are higher. And as we already said, that because the triglyceride molecules consist of different fatty acids, and every fatty acid have got different structure, so that is the reason that most of the time we might come up with different melting points or melting behavior from different foods. And this property is important to be known for development of products such as shortening or other fats and oil products. Creaming of fats is an important property for many food products. For example, in case of butter, we can incorporate air into the product. Same is true for mayonnaise as well. We will want to incorporate more air into the final products. This is also applicable to batters that are used to make cakes or other pastries or bakery products. So we need to use this property of fats and oil to actually help making up better end products. Normally, we would try to use certain emulsifiers or different sugars into these fats to make it more creamy in nature, so the overall texture would be fluffy. So this is highly useful for making products such as butter, cream, shortening, or other bakery products. Another element or physical property of fats and oil is their plasticity. As we discussed, that in case of spreadable products, we would like to make a product that has got a different melting behavior. That would be because that we would try to have different fatty acids, long chain fatty acids, or different kinds of fatty acid having different melting points. So we would not like our product to be a liquid product all at once. We would want the product to have a consistent pattern of melting in our product, such as spreads. So in most of the spreads, we want to spread that product on a food surface, and we want this to remain solid at a room temperature, and it should be easily spreadable on food products, such as we can have different spread to be applied on bread. So that property is called as plasticity. This is derived by suitable selection of different mixtures of triglyceride within our product. Emulsification is another property of fats and oil that is very important, because if we talk about fat, they are not miscible with water, they will not mix up. In order to mix them with water, you need to have a third component called as emulsifier. This property you can observe in case of manufacturing of mayonnaise. In case of mayonnaise, you have to actually beat eggs with oil and other components. So egg would be providing you with lecithin, that is an emulsifier, so that would make a creamy structure of the final product, that is mayonnaise. So this emulsification property is important in many products, such as in case of butter as well. In case of butter, most of the milk components, they act as emulsifier. Milk itself is basically an emulsified product, so it would have fat contents which are beautifully dispersed in the water part of the milk, so it would be appearing as an emulsified product. Smoke point is another physical property, important physical property in fats and oil. This is especially important in case of frying fats, because you might have observed that if you fry certain fats at a higher temperature, you would see the smoke coming out of these products. So we are, in order to have a suitable frying medium or the frying fats, we need to look at what is the smoke point of that fat, because if we have lower smoke point, that would mean that your product would start giving smoke very quickly, so it would not be much stable. And similarly, if you keep on repeatedly using the same fat over and over for frying, that would keep on reducing the smoke point, so that your product would go stale, your final product might deteriorate quickly. It does not give good shelf life to the final product. So smoke point is important consideration that must be taken into account while selection of these frying mediums, different fats. It is also possible to fry food products in medium that doesn't have higher smoke point. So in that case, it would be ideally good to not prolong the frying operation, and we can fry food products at a lower temperature. And it is also possible we can apply higher pressure, atmospheric pressure, on these fat or frying medium, so that the frying operation can take place for a longer time without affecting the quality of final product or without affecting the quality of the frying fat. As I said, that this melting point behavior is important in selection of fats, and also important of selection of fat for different food products to be fried. So this smoke point have got all this importance for frying operations. So dear students, these were all the physical properties that have got certain important implications in the real life of these fats and oil as a final consumer products.